And we're back for another episode. In this episode, we're going to be carrying on the main scenario. And as always, hello from Mithrie. So, at the end of the last episode, we had just defeated Bismarck hard mode. So, let's continue. So, here is Alpha Node. The quest is called A Difference of Opinion, and we're going to get a wind-up Cid. So, it says, when asked if he had a granddaughter, what would he like to see her named? The Ironworks founder replied, Gertrude. Okay, I don't know what that means. But anyway, Alpha Node seems determined to put all thoughts of failure aside and turn his mind to the struggles ahead. Though we failed to secure the key, we must not forget that we succeeded in ridding the realm of another primal, and prevented the Vanu's lands from being consumed in so doing. The Zondu, at least, shall be glad of our deeds this day. Let us go and inform Chief Zonu of our victory. Cid and the others will need a moment to tend to the Enterprise besides. That's something I have done as well in the meantime, is I've unlocked flying in Sea of Clouds. And there's some interesting weather going on in Sea of Clouds right now as well.
Something is amiss.
Whoa.
Imperial troops. And they have already secured the area.
Reveal yourselves at once!
So regular Van Hydrus.
And there I was, expecting more beastmen. Who are you?
I thought Ishgardians responsible for the disappearance of our scouts, but I see now that I was mistaken.
Oh dear. He's actually the leader of the Garleans right here.
Observed. The Warrior of Light is wont to appear at the most inopportune times.
The Warrior of Light? She who bested Van Balsar?
She who bested Van Balsar? Yep.
It would seem that the famous hero of Eorzea seeks Aziz's Lar as well. Hardly unexpected. The secrets of the Allagan's power to bind icons to their will could scarcely fail to interest the scions of the Seventh Dawn. You know as well as we what will ensue should these insatiable creatures be allowed to roam free. That their very existence threatens the life of this star. We but disagree on the solution to the problem.
Genocide has ever been the Empire's favored recourse. And that is why we will continue to oppose your every attempt to claim Eorzea.
You do not hesitate to speak your mind, even when your every word could be your last. Alas, your sentiments betray the narrowness of your view. The fate of Eorzea and its inhabitants is of little concern next to the fate of the world.
It's definitely part of House Slytherin. But don't worry, we're part of House Gryffindor, so we will win.
'Tis my solemn charge as Emperor to bring the icons to heel. If this requires the extermination of certain elements, then so be it.
No, don't! They are not his thralls!
did that come from?
Take cover!
Your Radiance, we must withdraw.
Eek. And where did that come from?
We shall meet again, warrior of light. On that you have my word.
It's like,
Garlemald too has designs on Azizla. But why would the Emperor himself elect to lead the expedition?
it's like it's Final Fantasy XIII again all of a sudden. Okay, so let's talk to Alpha Node. So, never in my wildest dreams did I think I would stand less than 20 paces from the Emperor of Garlemald, Varys Zos Galvus in the flesh. I assume the commander that accompanied him must be the Legatus of whom the Centaurian spoke. Forgive me, this is neither the time nor place for such idle speculation. Pray return to the Enterprise at once. It occurs to me that our friends may have run afoul of Imperial forces as well. I have yet to apprise Chief Zonu of all that has occurred, but once I have, we will rejoin you at the airship. Okay, so let's return to Sid. Thankfully, getting there is very simple because now we can fly. And it's like I said in my previous episodes and stuff, is that the second you've finished the last main scenario quest of the zone that requires an Aether Current or gives an Aether Current, then just unlock flying in the zone, just get it done. It will save you time for the future. Okay, so here we go. Very short flight. Here is Sid. So, thank the 12 you're alive, Mithrie. When that battleship appeared and fired on the village, we feared the game was up for you and Alpha Node. What in the seven hells happened out there? First the Archbishop turns up with an Ascion in tow, and now the goddamn Emperor pays us a visit? What is this, a procession of notable bastards? Who's next? The Keeper of the Seventh Bloody Gate? No one so notable, Master Garland. I am happy to report that the Zondu were overjoyed to learn of Bismarck's demise. Jeeb Zonu sends his warmest regards, Mithrie. There was much talk of westerly winds. Miraculously, none suffered lasting harm during the raid. It would seem the Zondu were taken entirely unawares, and wisely chose to offer no resistance. I sense they have no more to fear from the Empire for the present, at least. Had the Emperor truly been intent on their extermination, Zondu would already have been leveled. Plainly, Varys is only interested in reaching Alizla. Speaking of which, if you're all ready to continue the chase, the Enterprise is as well, shall we? Cool, so let's get our wind-up Sid. We have our own Enterprise now, except the one in the FC seems a bit brighter and also has the FC logo all over it, which is pretty cool. So anyway, let me learn this while I remember. Awesome. So now let's talk to... Oops, wrong person. Let's talk to Cid. So the next quest is called One Good Turn. So judging from Cid's expression, he has news which he believes will please you. Lest you wonder, Wedge was able to calculate the heading indicated by the beam of light emitted by the key. If Alizlar lies in that direction, we'll find it. The Soleil may have a lead on us, but she's no Enterprise. We'll catch them, you'll see.
I did not think that I would ever have occasion to pilot a suit of Magitech armor again, least of all under these circumstances. My full name is Lucia Go Junius, and I was born a citizen of Garlemald.
That explains it. When we first met in Ishgard, I very nearly called you Livia.
Livia? Livia Sasjunius? The tribunus who served under Gaius van Baelsar?
Aye, she was my sister, though we spent little time together. After our parents were killed in an uprising, we were sent to live in different households, setting us on separate paths. Livia felt at home on the battlefield and chose to become a soldier, while I underwent training to become a spy.
Then, Ishgard was...
my mission. It was believed that Allagan relics of great worth were stored in the vault, and I was sent to investigate.
They just had to show off that solar flare, didn't they?
Though I was given little information at the time, I now suspect I was searching for the key we but recently lost. And then I met Sir Emmerich. It was his usefulness to my mission which prompted me to approach him, but I soon found myself drawn to him for other reasons.
Giggity.
He too was a prisoner of his past, judged for his heritage as a bastard son of the Archbishop. Yet unlike my sister and I, he did not curse his fate. He simply rose above it. In time, I came to realize that I had found a man worth following, and a new home besides. And when I subsequently confessed all to Sir Emmerich, he was good enough to accept me into his service.
I do not question your loyalty to Sir Emmerich. It is your loyalty to your sister which concerns me.
I have long been of the opinion that those who dwell in the past risk losing sight of their future. My sister fought for her convictions and for those she held dear. So do I. So must we all.
Well, I, for one, am happy to welcome a fellow Garlean to our merry band. Especially one who can make Magitech armor sing.
Chief,
That smile.
should be getting close. Once we break through those clouds, we'll be right where the light was pointing. Right where Azizlar should be.
Hold on, everyone! I think that's it!
Oh, wow.
Chief, is that... Allagan? Aye. There's no mistaking their handiwork.
What was that?
Some sort of barrier.
She won't hold, Chief! She's breaking up!
I've lost the auxiliary propeller!
Sid, it's no use! We must return to Ishgard and find another way!
God damn it all! Why do the Allagans always have to make everything so bloody complicated?
Yeah, I did figure it's too early for us to go there. Oh, nice. So we're back in the pillars. So let's talk to Sid. So, Ak, we'd barely finished repairing the damage incurred during our skyfishing trip. On the other hand, any landing you can walk away from, as they say. I can only presume the Soleil passed through the barrier unscathed. That would certainly explain why the Vanu called it a key. Okay, so that's complete. Nice. So we have finished the achievement, the faith that drives us. So let's see if we got a title for that. Yep, so we're now officially an Imperial nuisance. So let's put that on. So that's the Imperial nuisance. Here it is. I like that. So anyway, here is Alpha Node. The next quest is called an Engineering Enterprise. Alpha Node appears relieved to be standing on solid ground once more. Assuming Sid is correct, and I have no reason to think that he is not, the Vanu's key is required to pass through the barrier protecting Alizla. Or Azizla. But even without it, we must find a way to reach the Isle. I shall have everyone convene at the seat of the Lord Commander, that we might discuss how best to proceed. As before, make yourself known to the guardsman when you arrive, and he will show you in. Okay, so we need to go back to Foundation. So let's teleport to the Forgotten Night. That's the quickest way to get there. Obviously we don't want to go to Sea of Clouds, that won't serve any purpose. So let's go to the Aethernet. Cool. So let's see. Aethernet Shard. The Forgotten Night. Let's see. Yep, this is the right way. Cool. So let's talk to the Temple Knight yet again. So, are you ready, Sisay Aymeric? Yes, we are. I salute you.
In summary, the Isle owes its lofty position to the industry of the Allagans. And we can be all but certain that the Archbishop and his cronies are enjoying the view from its top.
I see.
If we are to join them, we will first need to pass through the Isle's etheric barrier, which is, alas, more powerful than most. Powerful enough to make a mess of a perfectly good airship at any rate. As far as I can gather, the barrier mechanism draws ether from the surrounding environment and polarizes its elemental aspect to produce what is, in effect, A wall of lightning.
It seems plain that without the Vanu's key, any attempt to reach the Isle will end in failure.
Alas, the key was careless enough to leave without us, and I don't think the Vanu keep a spare.
Master Garland, based on your experience, is there no other way that we might breach the barrier?
Well, in the past, we've beaten similar barriers by nullifying them with elemental converters.
Yep, like when we accessed Crystal Tower.
But the one we're up against this time dwarfs aught we've encountered before. The Enterprise simply isn't large enough to bear the requisite amount of crystals.
I'm reminded of the quantity needed to nullify Leviathan's command of the sea. A veritable mountain of crystals that could only be borne by lashing 2 galleons together to form a twin vessel, scarcely able to propel itself, much less fly.
That said, we're not without options. If it isn't feasible to nullify the barrier, we might try piercing it.
How?
We create a ram of condensed ether and mount it on my ship. There's just one problem. I don't have the faintest idea how to build one. It's going to take a true authority in the field, I reckon.
Would that the Archons were still with us.
But yesterday evening, I chanced to find Mistress Tataru in unusually high spirits. Assuming I understood her excited ramblings correctly, she has acquired a clue, pointing to the whereabouts of one such individual.
An Archon? Truly?
Ha! Fortune favors the righteous, eh? Well then, let's not waste any time. While you go and look for our missing friend, I'll work on modifying the Enterprise. Her hull will need reinforcing to bear the punishment, not to mention a mount for the ram. Just you wait, my pretty. By the time I'm finished, you'll be an airship reborn.
Ba-dum-tsh. Cool. So we need to find Tataru. And some people might wonder, you know, Mithrie, it's been a month, why haven't you finished the story yet? And really, it's because I've been crafting too much. That's the reason why. I love crafting so much that there's certain things that have just been put as second priority. So anyway, here is Tataru. So, welcome back, Mithrie. How goes the mission? Did you manage to catch up with the Archbishop and his cronies? So you finally arrived at Aziz La, only to find your way barred by some sort of barrier? Typical. But it's not all bad news. I've made progress in the search for our friends. Don't worry, Mithrie, we'll get to Aziz La yet. Okay, that's complete. Next quest is called Aetherial Trail. So Tataru is eager to share her progress in the search for the missing Scions. When you fled the Victory Feast, you used the ancient watercourse beneath the city, right? Well, shortly after things went back to normal in Uldar, I asked Marshal Tarapin to have the tunnel searched. A logical place to look. It was there you lost contact with Midphilia, Thancred and Y'shtola, was it not? Dare I ask what the Marshal found? I actually don't know. Pippin's message just said that there had been a discovery, and that we were to come to the Hall of Flames at our earliest convenience. I dare not think what it might be. Shall we depart at once? Tataru, let Urianger know to join us in Uldar. He will wish to present as well. Or to be present as well. Yes, sir? Nice, nice, nice. So we need to teleport to Uldar, right there, to the Hall of Flames. So let's go. And thankfully for me, Uldar is one of my free teleports. Okay, let's go. So let's sprint to Rooney. Let's see. So many people here. Anyway, here is Pippin. We are grateful for your assistance, Marshal Turripin. You saved her grace and father both. 'Tis the least I can do to repay you. Forgive my impatience, Marshal, but your missive mentioned the discovery? Yes, of course. As per your request, I had my men scour the waterways. Almost immediately we encountered a difficulty. An entire section of the tunnel had collapsed. With the mining concern's cooperation, however, we were able to remove the rubble, which yielded the battered bodies of a dozen crystal braves. Go on. Be at ease, Master Alphanode. Your friends were not among the deceased. That alone is cause for hope. And then there is this. Y'shtola's wand. I had assumed as much. If I may, Marshal. Tis as I surmise, judging by the etheric imprint that lingereth yet upon this wand, it hath assuredly been employed in the casting of a most uncommon magic. Namely? The very first that man did conceive to traverse great distances, and the ancient precursor to all methods of travel that utilize the Lifestream, flow. The spell entaileth the reduction of our corporeal form into its constituent aether, that the caster might enter the Lifestream and ride its currents thereby. Unlike the teleportation magics of modern times, it requireth not a lengthy incarnation, that Y'shtola should choose to employ such a spell, bespeaketh the need for haste. All of which would suggest you managed to escape. Would that it were so simple. No, the scholars of the Sharlayan forbade the use of this spell, and with good reason. The caster have but limited control over his course. For every mage who came safe onto his destination, another would be set adrift in the Lifestream, never to emerge. What? No, you can't mean. Be not downcast, my friends, for there is yet hope. 'Tis like that Y'shtola's passage have left traces in the Lifestream. Could we but follow these from the point at which the magic was invoked, we may yet find her. To Sildif excavation site, then. Our thanks for your aid, Marshal. Do not mention it. I shall pray for Lady Y'shtola's safe return. Awesome. So let's go to the Sildif excavation site. So let's teleport to Blackbrush Station. Too many people here. I guess they're just turning in as many items as possible to buy items for their airships. Let's assume that. Cool. The reason I'm using the fat chocobo these days is because I left my chocobo in the Free Company stable so that my Free Company could train it for me. Because I'm too lazy to do it myself. So let's see. We are definitely making progress. So we're finally back here after weeks and weeks to really try and find out what happened to the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. Well, to be honest, it feels just like yesterday when we were chased out of here. Cool. So here is Urianger. So evidence of Ystola's passage will have been faint by time, but mayhaps some few traces yet remain to guide our steps. Okay. So the trail leadeth to the north and east, onto the bosom of the Twelveswood. Are you certain? Aye, there is no mistake. Hither hath Y'shtola journeyed. And yet the Gridanians have reported no sightings. We must take this to mean she is still adrift. If it be so, I do fear that our friend, contrary to its name... I do fear for our friend. Contrary to its name, the Lifestream is a mere akin to a raging torrent. Linger overlong in the midst of the maelstrom, and the aether that formeth one's soul shall surely be scattered, never to be reformed. We have no time to waste, Urianger. Pray explore all possible options for reversing the effects of this forbidden magic. Mithrie, Tataru, we three shall press on to Gridania and petition the Elder Seedseer's aid. Okay, so let's go home to Gridania. As you guys know, in old Gridania, born and raised, and the Blackshroud is where I spent most of my days. Chilling out, leveling, acting all cool, and shooting some fake mobs outside of the school. When a couple of Garleans, they were up to no good, started summoning Bahamut in my neighbourhood. I got in one little fight and Square Enix got scared and said you're moving to 2.0 in August of 2013. I whistled for a mount, and when it came near, the chocobo said queer and had a feather in its hair. If anything, I could say this mount was rare, but I thought, oh, forget it, you're home to the mist, yeah. I played Days of the Beater about 7 or 8, and I said to the Choki, go home, some year later. Looked at my kingdom, I was finally there, to sit at my throne as the Makote of a realm reborn, yeah. Thank you, I'm here all week. So anyway, here is Alpha Node. So it is said that the elemental perceived the Lifestream. If, as we suspect, Y'shtola is still adrift in its midst, they may be able to find her. But if we are to appeal to them for assistance, we must needs do so through their chosen, the Pajal. So it is imperative, therefore, that we speak with Kanisana without delay. Okay, so that's complete. Next quest is called Lost in the Lifestream. So Alpha Node is eager to petition the Elder Seedseer's aid in rescuing Y'shtola. So I have already requested an audience with the Elder Seedseer. She will receive us in the Lotus stand presently. We need but speak with the conjurer yonder to be admitted. Nice, nice, nice. So here we are yet again. So let's go in. Yes. Nice, nice, nice. So let's continue. See, good old Connie-sana. How are you doing, Connie-sana? I missed you, Connie-sana. You have an E on your name, Connie-sana. Anyway. Be welcome, my friends, and speak freely. I gather your suit will admit no delay. So, it will not, my lady. Pray forgive the abrupt nature of our request, but it is a matter of life and death. So I see. As you say, we must needs act swiftly if we are to free Y'shtola from the ungentle pull of the Lifestream. And as you have surmised, we cannot do this unaided. However,
in requesting the Elemental's assistance to find Y'shtola, you must needs be aware of one difficulty. A difficulty born of the fundamental difference between man and Elemental.
That being?
In perceiving the world around him, man relies upon senses such as sight and sound. For the sake of convenience, he gives names to such things as are near or dear to him. Being formed of pure ether, however, such concepts are foreign to the elementals. Instead, they perceive by observing the ebb and flow of the energies of life. So profound a division cannot be bridged with simple discourse. The elementals' voices stir not the air, and thus reach not our ears, while our words are but wind to them. Though we seers can commune with them through feelings, naught that we can impart will serve to aid them in identifying Y'shtola. Nay, they must needs be presented with ether which is akin to hers. If you could but find a family member.
Oh! I know just the person! Y'shtola has a sister who came to live in Gridania. She told me about her once.
Wow, everyone's got, like, hidden sisters these days, it turns out.
Oh, that is most fortunate indeed. Pray, seek this sister out then, and bring her to Evershade. There, we shall petition the Great One's aid in finding your lost companion.
Cool. So let's talk now to Tataru. So if memory serves, Y'shtola's sister's name is Yimhitra. Oh, you know her, do you? Well then, that ought to make things easier. Anyway, she spends most of her time around Apkalu Falls. From what I recall... let's look for her there. Okay, let's go to Apkalu Falls, which we've been to a billion times before, because we go there every time we want to pick up a achievement reward. So let's teleport to the amphitheater, because it's the closest teleport. Nice. So let's sprint, sprint, sprint. So I am noticing that the recording is a little bit jittery, but hopefully in the next week or two I'm going to be upgrading my CPU. It's tired now, I've recorded more than 700 episodes using it, so I need a new one. Okay, here is your Mithrie. So greetings, Mithrie. What brings you here today? I see that you have companions. Lady Mithrie, it is an honor to meet you. My name is Alphanode Leveleur, and this is Tataru. Hi, Mithrie, sup? So, you are my sister's comrades in the Science of the Seventh Dawn. When I heard that your people were being pursued, I desperately sought to reach Stola, but all mine efforts were to no avail. Now I know why. A forbidden spell of all things, that she should be so reckless. But what's done is done. I thank you for bringing word to me. Needless to say that I should be glad to help. Though we were born of different mothers, our veins course with the same father's blood. I hope that this will be enough for the elementals. Come, let us make for Evershade at once. Interesting. What's great about this game is that the current weather in the zone is put into the cutscenes. So it just happens to be foggy right now.
Let us begin. Raya O, Arun, if you would. Hearken to me, O great ones. Pray give yourselves to the Lifestream, a drifting soul to find.
Please, Y'shtola. Please come back to us.
There. Now! A room has been readied at the roost. Pray, bear her thither at once. All that remains is to pray, my friends.
Now that... Sorry. That was a special moment. To literally bring back Y'shtola from the Lifestream. Nice. So let's talk to Tataru. So, oh Y'shtola. Just seeing her face again. It's... oh, I've been so worried. So let's complete. Next quest is called Tataru's Surprise. Tataru needs you to fetch a few items for a crafting endeavor. Well, I'm the right person for that. Y'shtola is resting within an inn room. Though she's still unconscious, the signs are positive. The conjurers say that she is in sound health, and she should awaken before long. Isn't that wonderful? Now, while we wait for Y'shtola to wake up, I thought I'd take the opportunity to finish my little surprise for her. It's something I've been working on for a while now, in the hope that she'd one day return to us. It wants for a couple more items before it's ready. I've already placed orders for these items. Could I ask you to retrieve them for me? One is with the Levelworkers Guild and another is with the Conjurers Guild. Speak with Mistress Giva and Brother Isumi Yan, and they ought to take care of you. Nice, nice, nice. So let's go, let's go. We can use the large Aetherite right here to do it. So let's first go to the Conjurers Guild, just for the sake of it. Cool. So here is Conjurers Guild. So I'm making some nice progress here. I salute you. So anyway, here is Isumi Yan. So greetings, Mithrie. I trust that you've been well. Is it aught you require of me? Ah yes, Mr. Tataru's order. As requested, it has been sanctified in the sight of the elements. I know not what she intends for the staff, but it's a most singular artifact. Even one possessed of my experience would struggle to wield it. Okay, so now let's go to the Levelworker Guild. Okay, let's go. So, Aethernet Shard. Levelworker Guild. There we go. Nice, nice, nice. So here is Giva. Or like, as I like to call her, Meanie McMeanie Face. So, well, if it isn't Mithrie, looking for some hides to tan, mayhap. Here to retrieve an order for Mr. Tataru, you say? You come at a good time. I finished it but moments ago. It was no small coup working it to her specifications, but I did it nonetheless. Payment has already been settled. However, did that girl come by chimerical hide anyway? You need either balls of steel or bottomless coin purse, and it seemed to me she had neither. Nice, nice, nice. So let's go back to the Carline Canopy. Well, basically, just let's go back to the Adventurers Guild. So back to the Aethernet Shards we go. Right, so Plaza. Righty, righty. So this is definitely proof that even with a graphics card like a GTX 970, that it's not enough. You need a powerful CPU to back it up. So anyway, here is Tataru. So, we're back. You have the items, I hope. Okay, so let's give the Tataru's Leatherwork a mission. So it's a leather bag containing an item prepared by the Leatherworkers Guild as Tataru's request. And the Conjurer Commission, it says a cloth bag containing the item prepared by the Conjurer's Guild as per Tataru's request. Oh, it's precisely as requested. A perfect match for the other pieces. Truly, Giva is a master among masters. And the staff completes the surprise. Thank you so much, Mithrie. I can't wait to see what Y'shtola thinks of the surprise. Lest you wonder, she's doing very well, and the Conjurers have left her in her sister's care. Let's go and pay them a visit, shall we? Okay, let's complete.
I'm so glad you're back!
That was an enthusiastic smile.
Tataru. You are safe. Thank the 12. Something has changed about you, Alphino. Or mayhap the change is with me. I seem to sense the ether around me more keenly than before.
I am pleased to see you well again. Do you feel strong enough to talk?
Worry not. I am well enough.
Tell us then, what befell you after you fled the feast? We were told that there had been a tunnel collapse.
That was my doing. I brought the tunnel down that you and Mithrie might escape. At the last moment, I invoked a teleportation magic, in hopes of spiriting Thancred away at least. Needless to say, it did not go quite as planned, and I found myself adrift in the Lifestream. The others? Where are they? Did they not escape?
They remain unaccounted for. You are the only one we have been able to find. I am truly sorry. It was the Crystal Braves who pursued you that day. My hubris that led to our undoing.
No apologies are necessary, Alphino. You are not to blame for what occurred. Know that were our comrades here, they would commend you for keeping the light of hope alive.
Don't worry. The others are alive and well, I'm sure of it. We just need to find them.
Indeed, Tataru. Let us find our friends and rebuild the Scions.
There is the Alphino I remember, and I feel much the better for his return. 'Tis time I arose.
That reminds me! I have a change of clothes for you! I don't like to boast, but I made them myself. I learned how to weave while we were in Ishgard, you see?
Awesome. He's like, yep, my work is done. So that's Y'shtola 3.0 for you.
Tataru has apprised me of all that took place in the aftermath of the assassination plot. It would seem I have been away for some while.
Yes, much and more happened during your absence. At present, we seek to follow the Archbishop to Azizlar.
And you want for some manner of etheric ram to pierce the floating Isle's protective barrier?
We do. Might you be able to furnish us with one?
A means to prise open a hole in an Allagan barrier. And one large enough to admit an airship, no less. Nay, I lack the knowledge to devise such a weapon.
Yeah. I mean, I usually don't care about these sort of things, but those are some kick-ass boots, just gotta say. Anyway, moving on.
But I know of one who could. A leading figure in the field of etheric research, and one of the finest scholars ever to grace Sharlayan. Matoya, my former master.
Awesome. So let's complete the quest. Oh, whoops, sorry. My bad. That's a bit buggy there. But anyway, guys, I don't want this episode to be too long. It's nice that Y'shtola is back. She's well. She's all upgraded and ready to go. So I'll leave the episode there. So anyway, guys, that's it for this episode. Thank you for watching. And as always, goodbye from me and goodbye from Mithrie.